Hey, what's going on, y'all? Lincoln Infield here, Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine, and it is Friday, February 21st, and this is your weekend events update. Before we get into events and special guests and stuff like that, got to get to the magazine. Guys, if you have not picked up your February issue yet, then you must be living under a rock, man. There's lots of great stuff in the issue. Need to get out to your favorite local biker-friendly business and pick it up. The magazine this month, like I said, full of great stuff, and is featuring our friends from the All Harley World Shootout. Now, if you were at last or February 1st bike show, you got to sit on some of the bikes from his drag racing series. Very, very cool stuff. But this is what the magazine looks like if you have not snagged it yet. The 319th issue of the Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine, featuring our friends at All Harley World Shootout. And like I said, jam-packed with great information and stuff like that, including the All Harley World Shootout race schedule, which is set to kick off April 11th and 12th at Farmington Dragway. Now, guys, if you like cool events, this is beyond drag racing. This is like a mini rally every time. He's got live music. He's got vendors. There's all kinds of great stuff to do on top of the drag racing, which honestly we should all be interested in as well. So make sure you pick the magazine up, like I said, at any biker-friendly business in your area, and keep it in your saddlebags, on the back of the toilet, wherever it is you get good reading done, and we'll help you out along the way with events and stuff like that. Now, if you have not picked up the magazine, that's fine. We can also get to you with local events, emails, and text blasts. If you go to our website like this on fullthrottlemagazine.com, scroll down a little bit, you'll see the subscribe to our events and news updates. Now, this is very important. If you click on that, you go to this screen right here. And guys, you can fill this out. Now, this can get you an email blast or a text blast or both, but this will keep you up to date with the latest information, like the events we're going to talk about here in a couple minutes. That way you don't have to log in, see whenever I'm going on live and talking about these events, but you'll get them right there in your phone, on your computer. But honestly, the best way to do it is pick up the monthly magazine and do it right. Do it like bikers do it. All right, so that's the deal, guys, and we'll get to those events here in just a little bit. Today, we do have a special guest, my good friend JR from Thunder Roads Harley-Davidson, Danville, Virginia, is on with us today. And let me tell you guys, this is a special thing to have JR on here. How you doing today, man?
Lincoln, what's happening?
Oh, just hanging out in High Point, man. What are you into?
Yeah, about the same. I'm waiting for this weather to change. I'm itching to get on the throttle.
Yeah, I hear, it's one of those things, and you guys are in the same boat with us. We ride all year long, but let's not say I enjoy riding when I'm all bundled up and it's like 20 degrees outside. So
yeah, amen to that. Though the bikes do run good.
That's it. It's good. It's good engine weather. It's good engine weather.
Right. We've been dynoing like crazy lately, so yeah, the numbers look good.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, guys, if you guys don't know, Thunder Roads Harley-Davidson is known as a performance Harley-Davidson dealership, and we'll get to that. First off, let's get to a little bit about you, man. Now, you have been in the motorcycle community for your entire life, right? Starting off riding on the tank of your dad's enduro bike, man. Take us through a little bit of that.
Yeah, it was. I think it's hereditary. You hear people talk about that, but my dad always rode. We always had something in the garage that we were playing around with, and of course, as a kid, you start out the mini bike and ended up on the yard carts and then go-karts and go-kart racing, but it always had a two-wheel passion. My passion turned into what do you want to say, business, I guess, all the way back pretty much 1987, and so I've been hanging around the industry and been in all facets of the world, that's for sure. Still got a ton of great friends that I've met throughout the industry that are still pumping out some awesome parts, and that helps when you get in a position like this to be able to go direct with everybody. And if you got an issue, you call them up, on their cell phone, not going through the helpline and all that. Mm-hmm. So it's been a good ride, that's for sure. And we're continuing to push the envelope any chance we get.
That's right. So you're a lot like us, and you took a perfectly good hobby and turned it into work, which has its ups and downs as far as it goes. You know, sometimes I've had enough of motorcycles, and 10 minutes later I'm ready to go again. But look at these. I've got a couple of pictures of bikes from your past and stuff like that. Now starting off with this. Now tell me about this picture here.
Yeah, I was about 3 years old, so that would have been 1969. That's my dad riding me around on the tank, and obviously that spurs the bug. You can see the look on the face from there. So I started from there, and that ended up being my first motorcycle, first two-wheeler that I owned. So
right on. So
it
now,
grew from there.
right. So the love then goes from riding on these things. You got into hot rods and stuff like that in high school, and then back into the motorcycle scene in those years as well.
Yeah, it was a neat area to grow up. I actually grew up in Indianapolis, and the race capital of the world. I was into everything, and graduated out of high school and went to work for a race team, and speed and performance has always been in my blood. And I made a fatal mistake of getting out of the automotive world because a Harley's going to be less expensive, right? Sure. Yeah. Next thing I know, I got 70, 80, $100,000 motorcycles now, and it's ridiculous, but it's a passion. I enjoy it so much more.
All right, so before we ended up at Thunder Roads, and even before that, you were heavy into the custom motorcycle world with your own company and stuff like that. And we got a couple of pictures of these bikes, man. Now these are hot rods, man. Tell me about this. Where are we? What are we talking about in this picture?
Yeah, that one I built for a customer in Florida that wanted a bag or something a little bit different. And unfortunately, you can't see the detail in that. That was a beautiful pearl white road glide with a hot rod red and then all hand pinstriped in between. And obviously, big inch motor and toys. So it was a nice ride, that's for sure. Still riding it this day.
Now, what year are we talking here?
Let's see. That was 2012.
You still got me?
Probably. Yep, that one.
John,
that one
you still with me?
I am. Can you hear me?
We got some technical difficulties. It looks like as John's screen. There he is. John, you back?
I'm back.
All right, good, cool. I lost you for a second there. And tell me what year we are here with the red and white road glide.
Yeah, the red and white road glide was a 2012 that we built. Like I said, it did some beautiful paint. You really can't see it in the pictures there, but it was beautiful. Pearl white, hot rod red, hand striped.
Yeah.
Big inch motor, obviously the toys and everything on it. But that's still rolling around Florida right now. Just talked to the owner a couple days ago. Still loving it.
Nice. So and then we get into a little bit more of the extreme end here, man. Now these are all bikes that you've built, right? Correct.
Yeah, these all came out of the shop that I had owned. I had a large aftermarket shop in Indianapolis and one in Dixon, Tennessee, and that was a fun time of life. It was 5 o'clock in the morning and surround sound system blaring through the shop and trying to get stuff done before the store opened. So they were works of art, that's for sure. Very detailed. They weren't a slap together kit by any means. That was big in the time. That right there is 2005, 2006. So that was always a big wheel chopper and all that. And we just, again, that bike right there has got a nice billet Patrick motor on it. So it rolled down the road pretty good.
Oh yeah, and that definitely screams that era, man. That's what it was all about, and everybody wanted their hands on bikes like this, and it took those high-end customization shops to put these things out there. That's a nice one. And then this looks a little more regular, but it looks like you have some fun on this one.
Yeah, that believe it or not, I built that bike for my dad in early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken, and that started out life as that's a 1995 Electric Glide Standard, and had it all tricked out. And he decided that he was done riding, had some health issues, done riding. He was going to sell it, and I said, "Oh no, you're not. No, that's mine." So I took it back home, and I was sitting in the garage one day, and I was just sort of looking around. I said, I really want to get a Road King. And I'm like, well, I sort of got one sitting right here. So about 2 hours later, everything was stripped out of it and off she went.
Yeah, yeah. That's the fun part, with motorcycles. You get the base, wherever you buy it, and then you make it your own, man. Now look at this, man. This has got to be all about Arlen Ness here, right?
That was actually a Ness bike that I had purchased and stripped down to the frame and redid. That was, you're going to laugh, but I still look on eBay for that bike to see if somebody's got that bike and it's for sale, because I'd love to have it back. It's one of those that you wish you hadn't got rid of, but that had all of the Ness massive front end. We powder coated all the jugs and everything. That bike was extremely popular. That bike actually, when I finished it up, ended up in all the catalogs for the rear tail dragger fender, drag specialties, and custom chrome at the time. And even Ness's catalog had that fender in it. So I guess they like the paint.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got a couple of eBay searches going on myself, man. I'll add this to it. If I run across it, I'll definitely let you know.
Make me the first call.
Yeah, I will, man. But that's like a cardinal sin. You never sell motorcycles. You don't sell one once you get one in the garage. You just have to get a bigger garage.
Yep. I had 7 of those sitting in the garage at one time, and walked out in the garage and said, "Why in the world do I have all this?" And of course, the ultimatum
one day.
Yeah. The ultimatum came at that point, and I said, "Well, time for me to move on. I'll keep my bikes."
Yeah, that's right. That was an easy choice, huh?
Yep.
Now this looks more like it's this is during the Thunder Road Harley-Davidson stuff on it. This has got to be your current ride, huh?
That is my current ride. That's a fun bike. That's probably the funnest riding bike that I've had. It's healthy. It's a great street bike. It's quite a bit lighter. Seating position's fantastic on it, but you can throw some miles on this thing.
Yeah, no, it looks at and you guys wouldn't have had your hand in beefing that thing up at all, would you?
Oh, it's got a couple pieces here and there that might have adorned that bike there.
There you go. We're not gonna let anybody know though, in case you get street light to street light with somebody, right?
That's right. You got to keep it a little bit secret.
No, that's a good looking bike, man. Like I said earlier, I know that you guys are known as a horsepower performance dealership. You guys have an in-house dyno over there, right?
We do. I've got when I came to Thunder Road, it was about 4 years ago this month, and along with myself, I brought my engine builder, which is also the tuner that we use here. We expect results, and that's what we get. We're a small enough dealership to stay underneath the radar, big enough to get it done.
Yeah.
And we don't hoop and holler about it and do all that. We just put a solid product out, and we listen to the customers. That's the biggest thing. Customers will say what they want, and we try to accommodate what they want. There's times that maybe we'll back them down a little bit and say, hey, realistically, if you're going to ride this bike, probably wouldn't recommend it. Let's go this way. But we've got many years throughout the back end there that we can sort of corral everybody and get the result that they want, and that's
Sure.
what we're looking for.
Sure. Well, I know a lot of people, man, that go in and they're looking for performance, man. They don't need all that bike for what they're trying to do. So it's nice to have somebody on the other end of that keeps them where they need to be, and because it can get out of hand quick when we're talking about horsepower.
Oh, it's I've got 38 years of mistakes that I've learned from, and I try to save people the money of throwing it away. It's we got some crazy stuff. I've got customers of mine that are running the 143s, 147s. I've got a bike build that we're doing. I'm not doing the motor work, so I'll get that out there and square, but he's doing a 153 right now. So,
Wow.
Looking for 230, 240 horse out of it. And I don't have the capabilities of doing something like that, nor am I going to tell somebody that I can. My philosophy in life has always been everybody does something for a reason. Everybody has a profession.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get up into that area, if that's something that you really, really want to press upon, then I want to use the best avenues on it. That's I don't have the machining area to do that. So I'd rather pass that on to somebody that's going to get the results that the customer's looking for. Now I'll set up the bike, I'll set up the chassis, we'll do all the suspension, we'll do all the brakes. That's all part of a full package that we try to put together. It's not just, hey, throw a big motor in the thing, let's see what we can break.
Oh, sure.
And that's common. So again, we sort of try to listen to the customer and see what their end result is and get them there. If you want to beat your buddy, that's fine. If you want to go out on the track, that's fine. Try to find a happy medium somewhere that is realistic expectations.
Yep. And like I said, it's nice to have somebody behind you that'll listen to those needs and keep you where you should be. And like I said, now Thunder Roads Harley-Davidson, Danville, Virginia, beautiful ride up there. I live in the center part of North Carolina, and it's just a really beautiful ride up to Danville. Beautiful area, and it's a really nice dealership. Now you've been the GM up there for 4 years, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. And you guys got the new casino in town. So even if you're just looking for somewhere to go, we've got definite possibilities. You can come up and hang out at the dealership. You can do all of your shopping for Harley-Davidson needs here, and there's a comfortable room right down the street. You spend any time at the casino?
Well, yeah, I've partaked a couple times, so I got to keep their light bill on. So
that's the community helping community here.
That's right. I made my contributions.
There you go.
It's it's if you haven't seen the casino yet, and Caesar's built a beautiful facility there, and it's new. It's new to the community, and the thing that it brought is a lot of other new business along with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's exciting to see the city growing. Everything from eating to entertainment to just overall growing throughout the community, and we're ready for it. We've got a huge industrial park that's being built about 6 miles from here. That's on 300 and some odd acres. We've got a facility being built, one of the first facilities being built, and I think it was a $1.2 billion building that's going to employ 2,000 people. So, that's all part of this growth in the city, and we like to be a part of it. That's for sure.
Oh, well, it sounds like Danville's on the go, and they've already got their established Harley-Davidson dealership, and that goes good. Now, like you said, though, community helping community. Now, that's something that's big for Thunder Road Harley-Davidson as well. I understand that you guys have a big part of helping your community with charity events and stuff like that.
You see my light just pop out? That's all that automatic lighting. There you go. Where's my light guy? I'm firing my light guy. That's it. You're out of here.
Well, they're sitting there like, John's not doing anything in there. What are we doing?
That's right. Where are we at? Where are we going? Back to the community. So I want to say it politically correct, I guess. I'm all about giving back to the local community. The store is not into sponsoring bowling leagues and golf outings and center runs and things like that. I want to give back to people that need it and need it local. We are very, very entrenched with God's Storehouse here that feeds a lot of people. They have a backpack program that feeds kids, over the weekend that just don't have the ability to have a healthy meal when they're not at school. And that's near and dear to my heart. I mean, that's the future of America. So, we want to stay on top of that. But we did quite a bit of local community fundraising last year, donations. Any type of event that we do is tied around that. I am lucky enough to work for a fantastic owner. He owns this store, and he owns my sister store, Crossroads, with Mike Clifford down there in North Wilkesboro. Mm-hmm. And he's got a huge heart. Best owner that I could ever ask to work for. He allows the store to do good business, and that's what it's about. It's I came up from Florida. I was down in Florida for 12 years and ran dealerships down there, and it was a little bit of culture shock coming up here at first, but it was actually a lot more like home, Indianapolis, as far as the people. I enjoy the people, but no matter where you're at, help has its handout. That's for sure. So we're selective on who we do it for, but we want to make sure it goes directly to the people that need it, rather than to a fund or a community or anything like that takes their little piece out of it. Totally against that. So we did a lot of fundraising, and we took trailer loads after trailer loads. And I'm lucky enough with the industry and with the people that I know that I've known for years. We had a dealership up in Pennsylvania send down a trailer full of supplies. We gathered supplies and took them to North Wilkesboro, which was very, very close to the hurricane relief they had from Hurricane Helen.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing something now. I don't know if anybody's paid attention to it, but the rural Appalachia and McDowell County in West Virginia is just absolutely underwater. And we started this weekend doing a donation drive on that at both stores again. And they need the regular stuff. We're not looking for anything high dollar or anything, but Food Line, hats off to them, just donated a ton of water. We've had some customers stop in today. This just started, and drop off cleaning supplies and different things that people are needing. There's a lot of families out there that have been devastated in these areas. You don't think of mountainous areas as far as flooding. I mean, it's all down low. Or hurricane in Florida, and we have seen the actual devastation of Mother Nature this year. And there's people out there that need help, and that's what we're all about. We love to ride. We love the community. We love always to gather, and we're trying to put something together for these people, and we're going to run some trailer loads down there to North Wilkesboro. Actually, we're going to run them in meet between the two stores and run them directly to West Virginia. So that's what we're working on today.
So basically, for this donation drive, you're looking for, and I'm just reading off of the flyer here, the baby diapers, wipes, formula, blankets, cleaners, trash bags, non-perishable food, water, and shovels and stuff like that. And you can drop this off at either Thunder Roads or Crossroads Harley-Davidson, depending on where they're at.
Absolutely. We're our doors are open. We want to make a good presence and get that to the people that need it, quickly. And that's the thing. It's not a, hey, we want to do this in a month. People need help today.
Sure.
Well, we're trying to put something together.
When's the next load going up? Do you have a date for that, or are we just in when we get a pile, we're going?
When we get a pile, we're going. Yep. It doesn't matter how many times that we have to go. We're going to go.
Beautiful. Well, that's the deal, and it is always one of those things. If you're able to help, you should help, and it sounds like you guys are definitely doing your part there. So anybody out there watching, listening, looking, if you've got some of the stuff, like I said, there's need, and it's wild this year for the mountains, and in North Carolina and West Virginia, it's just there's a lot of need out there. So if there's any way we can get you out there, this is great. Drop some stuff off at Thunder Roads Harley-Davidson and let them do the hauling for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, the more the better. Like I said, we'll take load after load after load. We just people need help, and we want to be part of it.
Right on. Well, one of the other things that you guys got going on, big event style, is your Dyno Days coming up. Now that's June 7th, correct?
Correct. June 7th this year. We back to back a month basically. Last year we tried to do it before Myrtle Beach, and it was a good turnout, but it wasn't as big as we normally had. We had more bikes on the dyno, but we had less participants with the bike show and things like that. So June's going to be a solid month for me. I've got something going on every weekend of June. That makes me smile. The Dyno Day is the rockin' day. So we've got TV out here. We've got live radio. We've got the bike show with Rick Doss. That's a near and dear to my heart. He's been a dear friend of mine. Been in the industry forever.
Yeah.
Sort of the godfather.
Yeah.
And he's local here, and everything we do that day is going to go to God's Storehouse. So the entry fees for all the dynos, the entry fees for the bike show, any 50/50s we do, any raffles going on, any fundraising that we do, all goes towards it. We've had a very, very lucky and good relationship with our partners, our sponsors, and our vendors. on it. So we're still working today to bring in some more vendors. I like to do a bike show out front, dyno in the back, and in between the two, put a vendors row up there. And RC Components going to be here this year. Rockford Falls Gate's going to be here this year. Drag Specialties will be here this year. Suspension Technology. So we're working on getting the manufacturers here that want to be part of it. They all send their swag stuff, which is cool, but I want them here on the premise to where people can sit and talk to them and find out about the company, or the answer the questions directly from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, no, for sure. And honestly, that was one of the things that caught my eye last year. And I came up, those pictures were from last year's bike show. When I was looking through there and I got the information from your staff, like, Rick Doss Bike Show. Yeah. Hey man, how cool is that? Like, I hadn't heard that name in a long time. And so that went directly onto the calendar. Like, I'm going up here, man. I got to see this. And it was a beautiful day. Like, it was a great day to ride. Got up there, man. Great staff in-house, and the event went extremely smooth. I know what it is to put on some of these events, and you guys handled that very, very well. The bike show was solid, but boy, I'm telling you what, they were all gathered around the dyno trailer, man, glued to it, and there were some hot numbers coming out of there. Yeah, that the picture that you showed right before you broke to my ugly mug there, John. He's won it 3 years in a row, but he's got a butt whooping coming this year. I can promise you that. There's some people shooting for him. Yeah, I definitely picked that up from last year's event too. There was a couple people that were gunning for him, and I think he won by like a fraction, even. Like, it was not, so everybody's close on him, man. But it was a cool bike, and he obviously got a trophy in the Rick Doss Bike Show and pulled off the dyno shootout. But that just makes everybody hungry for next year, right? Oh, it does. It breeds competition. That's what I said. I've got some big inch motors coming this year. It's like, yeah, I got his number. Don't you worry about that. So it should be interesting. That was a bike that we assisted with here at the store, and it's a thumper. There's no doubt about it. And he is not shy on the road with it. That is not a pretty show bike that sees a trailer. That thing's usually the rear tire's got about double the mileage that the front tire does, because it's usually up in the air most of the time. Right. Yeah. That's good. Was there any restrictions on for the dyno shootout engine type, anything like that? Evo, M8s, what are we looking at? So what we do is I do 3 classes. I do the Milwaukee 8, I do the twin cam, and I do the Evo, make it fair for everybody. And then we've got one that's called the Dyno King, and that's usually where the big inch motors show up. $1,000 purse, make that real clear. So there's money there at the Dyno King. And you saw on his picture there the big MMA belt that you get. That's sponsored by Suspension Technologies. They sponsor that every year with us. And in fact, I was on the phone with him right before you had jumped online with me. He's getting ready for Daytona and just freaking out because he's trying to make sure he's got all the inventory. He sells out every year. So he's a character. But it's a great day. We keep it real simple. Dyno King, no restrictions. I don't care about the cubic inch. I don't care about the content of the motor. I don't care if it's turbo. I don't care if it's supercharged. Let's get the bad boy and give him his praises and props. Lord knows we spend the money for it. So we run that, and it's real simple: horsepower plus torque divided by 2. That's our answer. Okay. That's the strongest motor out there. So it's a fun event. It's a loud event. Be ready with earplugs or have your ears ringing for a couple days afterwards. But it's a fun event. We make 3 passes on it. You get your readings, and it is what it is. We always do a safety check before we put that thing on the dyno to make sure everything's good. And that's for everybody's safety, obviously. Oh, but sure. We'll get the bikes through there, and I think last year you were here. I think we ran 25, maybe 30 bikes. So it's a long day for the guy running the dyno. I promise you that. Oh, it was, and they were running well after the bike show stuff packed up, because there was just that much participation for it, man. And And I know right offhand, I got a couple people that are always flapping their gums, and this is just a good way to be like, all right, come on, let's see what you got. You know, because they're going to write that up there on the whiteboard. You know, there's no secret what the number is now.
Oh yeah, here's the numbers, boys. Numbers don't lie.
No, sir. No, sir. Well, that's cool, man. That is on my schedule. June 7th, Thunder Roads Harley-Davidson Dyno Days and Rick Doss Bike Show. That's a double whammy. Definitely something that Carolina's Full Throttle magazine wants to be a part of. So we're looking forward to that.
Yep, and it's all for charity. You know, Law Tigers is the major sponsor of it. They are very gracious with us every year, and we love to have coverage with it. And you know, I think last time I was so busy and you were so busy, we bumped into each other about 3 times. That was about it. So it's, you know, it's good to be able to settle down and you know, have a conversation without all the noise going on.
Oh, 100%, man. And you know, event days are not the days for that, for sure. But yeah, no, that's definitely the deal, man. And that will be in the cruise encounter. Anybody, so that way nobody forgets. It'll be on the email blast and stuff like that. So we'll make sure to help out as much as we can, because I don't want anybody to forget about that. That's going to be a good day up in the mountains. And by the way, you guys can go ahead and make nighttime plans and stay at the casino. And so let's make a weekend out of this thing and have a big time. There we go.
Maybe we can grow it into something a little bit bigger.
That's the sky's the limits, man. Right?
That's right.
Right on. Well, let's talk Harley-Davidson for just a second before I let you go, man. Now the 2025s have hit the floor, and I'm sure you guys have your fair share of them. How's the showroom floor looking right now?
It's full, and I've got more coming. You know, it's taken me again 4 years to be able to get the inventory in the store like it needs to be, and we've got the inventory this year, so there's no excuses. And of course, I hear that from my owner as well. You know, there's no excuses. You got inventory.
You know, now you're on the line.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the cool thing is when they did the debut in January, we had 2 bikes delivered 2 days before the debut, which has never happened before. We've always seen them online, and then eventually 3 weeks later we get them. I had 2 CVOs sitting here on the floor, which was great. So one of those is gone. I've got 2 CVO STs sitting on the floor. I've got the Hot Lap, and I've got the red. I think it's called Rally Red. Right in between those 2 is a little secret project that we've been working on in the store here. So did some motor work on a 25. I've got the Owens rear suspension. I got the inverted front end going on it. Got some risers and bars, and putting some brakes on it. And she's I'll give you a hint. You got to come see it. But if you think of a Crown Royal bag, that's what she's going to be looking like. So it's a radical looking bike. We just finished a lowrider ST. We did some you know, Basonic chrome exhaust on it, the 2-in-1 header, and some Thrashing risers. And so we're putting some appealing bikes out there on the floor. I've got the bone stock with us, so it's a blank canvas. But you know, some guys like to come in and go, that's exactly what I was going to do. I'll take it.
Yeah, so, move in ready. You know, you go and turn the key and go. You know. Yeah,
we're trying to be a little bit different. Again, Danville needs to be a destination point. And what's going to bring you here? Performance work, different bikes on the floor. I didn't mention it before, but we are blessed to be the Bagger Racing League and the King of the Baggers premier performance dealer for not only Virginia but also North Carolina.
Wow!
So yeah, we're recognized as something's going on over there in Danville.
Absolutely. It sounds like you guys are all over it. It also sounds like I need to get up there and take a picture of some of these bikes, man. Might have some feature bikes in our future.
Yeah, there you go. It's a beautiful showroom. I've got all the new colors that came out. I've got a great used inventory. I mean, right now I've got 15 bikes under 12 grand.
Wow.
You know, all of them are stellar. If they're not right, they're not on my floor. So we run them through the shop and run them heavy. So it's again, doing this for 38 years, you learn your lessons, and I'm gonna put the best I can out there.
Right now, I'm with it. So that's the deal, guys. Thunder Roads Harley-Davidson, Danville, Virginia. Whether you're looking for, you know, the off the factory floor or something with some extra horsepower and a package with it, they've got it. They can do the work for you. They've got the apparel. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Don't do windows.
That's absolutely it right there, man. I dig it. All right, man.
We just finished that one, and here's the thing to remember: the Road Glide we just finished, it's a 122 with full factory warranty. That's the huge thing here. So it's putting out the numbers. We're going to do the final tuning on it and dyno, and we'll have the sheets and everything available on the website. But you got a full warranty bike from Harley.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yep.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, man, I'm telling you what, I definitely appreciate your time spending with me here on this live video here. I'm going to let you go so we can get to these events for this weekend. But, man, always a pleasure. I can't wait to get back up to Danville, see you guys. And I gotta have a look-see at these bikes, man.
They're pretty impressive. Jump on the website. You can see we did some with the medium of the build on it. I'm waiting on a couple parts to finish the Crown Royal bike. I keep saying that, but it's the best way to describe it. Flat purple with gold trim. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that? It's obnoxious.
No. I was gonna say, and Crown Royal paints the picture, man. I think everybody knows exactly what you're saying when you say it,
Yep.
Right on.
So but jump on the website. I've got all my used on the thing, and it constantly changes. So keep an eye out. I do tell people too, if you're looking for a specific bike and I don't have it, let me know because I'll find it. I look at probably 2,000 Harley-Davidsons a month just to stay current with the market. And if somebody's got something that they're looking for, I'll go hunting, man.
Right on. I dig it, man. So that's the one-stop shop right there for you, Danville, Virginia, Thunder Road, Harley-Davidson, man. Like I said, JR, I appreciate your time. Appreciate you sitting in with us.
Come see me, Lincoln. And anybody out there that has any questions, jump on the website. We've got all of our events on there. Send us an email. Whoop, lights again. Or give us a call. I mean, we're here Tuesday through Saturday. So we're
better yet, man. Get on the bike, get in the car, go up there and see them. Like I said, it's a beautiful ride, it's a beautiful area, and there's nothing like seeing a motorcycle in person. The website give you an idea, but you need to go see it and sit on it, huh?
Yep. Easiest way to find us is just look for the burnouts.
Trail of smoke, man. You'll find me.
Trail of shame.
That's it. All right, John. Like I said, man, I appreciate it. You have a great day.
Lincoln, I appreciate you and appreciate everybody's time for watching this. Make sure you follow these guys. They're fantastic.
Yeah, we're here for you guys. We'll see you later, man. All right, there you have it. Like I said now, guys, if that doesn't compel you to go up the road to Danville, Virginia, I don't know what you're talking about. What a beautiful dealership. What great staff. And they've got their hands on what you need. Performance, stock, whatever it is, man, just get out there and go see them. So let's talk about events. What you guys really came here 36 minutes ago. We can talk about it right now. And I've got a link here for you. Actually, I don't think that's the right link. I'm going to send you, it's all falling apart. Now that John's gone, it's all falling apart on me. We've got this weekend's event sent out. So you should have gotten your email. You should have gotten your text. If you have not, then here's the link to sign up for that. And, I might be able to find the link for the other one. But like I said, that's a good time. And June 7th, the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine will be at Thunder Roads Harley-Davidson. That was one hell of an event. And like I said, if you have not seen Having Trouble Connect, please check your internet connection. This is terrible. If you have not been up there, you're familiar with the name Rick Doss, man. That is a name from the past. One of the, like he said, the godfather of custom motorcycles from his time, man. Really great stuff. I am trying to get this thing to post. Let's see if this one will post. It's having trouble connecting, but I just posted it again. That should be our link to this month's emails. Let's take a look at them. All right, with little further ado, there we go. All right, it's going to look a lot like this when it comes through on your email or in your text. These are the events from February 22nd and 23rd. Mind you, man, February still going. The calendar for March, we just finished the March magazine, and it is filling up like crazy. Still some cool stuff to do this weekend. Starting off at Crossroads Harley-Davidson in Wilkesboro, North Carolina, sister store to the Danville store, Thunder Roads. They've got their chili cook-off. Like I've always said, and I'm telling you what, I don't care for cold weather, but I love the cold weather food, and chili's at the top of that list. Get up to Crossroads Harley-Davidson in Wilkesboro, North Carolina this Saturday, February 22nd. It's going to be 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There's a $5 donation to taste and vote, but well worth your time. Go up there and eat some. They may still be taking registrations for the chili contest, so if you cook a mean chili, you might give them a shout and see if you can still get in on that. If chili is not your thing, maybe ribs is. Rides and ribs. Ribs are or ribs is. I don't know. I'm not that editor. Bulldog Harley-Davidson, Smithfield, North Carolina is having rides and ribs this weekend with barbecue available. Stop by and see them. It looks like Gents Bounty Barbecue is going to be set up over there, cooking up. And now I'm telling you what, barbecue, man. I'm telling you what, I'll go eat some of that too. The Bulldog Babes will also be over there serving free beer. This is going to be 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Bulldog Harley-Davidson, Smithfield, North Carolina. There's also a Memorial Run benefit ride for our beloved Tommy West, starting out of the VFW Post 14258 in Spring Lake, North Carolina. The kickstands are up on that ride at 11 a.m. There is a donation of $20 for the rider and $10 for the passenger, and all of those proceeds go to Mrs. West. Always good to take care of your own and your community, just like John was talking about at Thunder Roads Harley-Davidson. There's also another chili cook-off going on at Outer Banks Harley-Davidson this Saturday in Harbinger, North Carolina. There's a free entry. Setup is at 11 a.m. Taste and vote at 12 p.m. It's $5 chili tasting, cash prizes to the winners. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, if you're heading out to the Outer Banks, beautiful time of year to go to the Outer Banks. We'll be out there in a month or so for the Outer Banks Bike Week, and we'll get to that here in a minute too. But if you're out there this weekend, or some of my friends that live in Elizabeth City out there, man, stop by and eat some chili, and put a vote in for me. Back in Statesville, North Carolina, we got the Live to Ride fashion show at Westside Twins Motorcycle Company. They are debuting some new apparel. They've got discounts on that apparel this day, 15% off your gear with attendance. That's new apparel, that's helmets, that's heated gear, all kinds of cool stuff. Plus, they've got a full showroom of previously loved motorcycles that might be your next new to you motorcycle. Make sure you check out Westside Twins Motorcycle Company this weekend. That is going to be 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So stop by, hang out, and you can get on with the rest of your day. South Carolina Biker Hall of Fame 2025 induction ceremony is Saturday at the world famous Suck Bang Blow. Now, if you've never been to this, man, this is quite a treat. They have live music. Joe Santana's Kingfish will be playing at 7 p.m., but the ribeye dinner starts serving at 6 p.m. And I'm telling you what, do not sleep on this. Get to the event if you're going, because that place fills up, especially the seats. They fill up quick, and everybody hangs out for the induction ceremony. This is really cool. I got to go to this a couple years ago when a couple of my friends were being inducted. Very, very, very cool night. Live music. These famous South Carolina bikers get put into the South Carolina Hall of Fame, and you're at Suck Bang Blow. It just doesn't get much better than that on a February evening. So make sure you get out there and check that out. 7 p.m. this Saturday at Suck Bang Blow. Let's see. Also Saturday in Murrells Inlet, the CVMA South Carolina 34 Icicle Ride. I had to practice that one because I was figuring something else would slip out, and figuratively, not in reality, but the Icicle Ride is going to start out of Voodoo Brewing in Murrells Inlet. Registration is at 8 a.m. Kickstands up at 12 p.m. Now, sometimes these rides, set off to be cold weather rides and they get a nice day. That is not going to be the case. This is going to be an icicle ride. So make sure you get out there. The registration cost includes an all-you-can-eat breakfast. That's pretty cool. There's also going to be raffles, auction, vendors, and it all benefits the South Carolina Auxiliary Scholarship. Get out there to hang out with them folks with the Combat Vets Motorcycle Association. Very cool folks. Great event. Get out there and have a good time. Saturday and Sunday. So those were Saturday events. Here's a Saturday and Sunday event going on in Burlington, North Carolina. The Maverick Radio and Gulick Excavating Bike Show. It's going to be inside the Holly Hill Mall. So make sure you check that out. This benefits Hospice of Alamance County. I think this has been a different named show in the past, but it's always been a good time. 2-day indoor bike show, Saturday 12 noon to 6 p.m. Sunday, did I get this right? Yeah, okay, good. Whew, thought I said Friday and Saturday. Sunday 12 noon, and awards are at 4 p.m. So very, very cool event inside. Everybody's going to stay nice and warm and toasty in there. There is an early registration pre-show. If you still want to get your bike in that, you better hustle. We know how it is with these pre-registration shows, cutting you off when they get too many bikes in there. Who does that? Let's see. Show bike and daily rider classes, judged and people's choice. There is, let's see. I'm not going to say it looks like there might be cash prizes, might not be. But like I said, it does benefit the Hospice of Alamance County, and that is the important part. So make sure you check that out. Then Sunday, February 23rd, the Lake Lure Chimney Rock Relief Ride is going to start out of La Strada Restaurant in Lake Lure, North Carolina. 2 p.m. Cash donations are what they're looking for, and this benefits the Hickory Nut Gorge outreach of Lake Lure. Man, I'll tell you what, always a beautiful ride. It's going to be a freestyle run. This is not a lead ride. It's a freestyle run. Just be there by 2 p.m. All cash donations will be accepted and go to that outreach. There's plenty of extra bike parking in front of beach area, so make sure you guys check that out. In an area that needs some relief, go have some fun and see some stuff. So make sure you check that out. Also, February 23rd, which is Sunday. I gotta look at the calendar every once in a while, make sure I'm telling you the right stuff here. The second annual Polar Plunge charity ride will start out of Low Country Harley-Davidson, North Charleston, South Carolina. The pre-registration is at 10 a.m. Check-in is at 11 a.m. and kickstands are up at 1 p.m. There is a cost on this: $20 a rider, $10 a passenger, and the plunge is at $230. Now this benefits Low Country veterans. Which honestly, guys, we can't give these guys enough. So make sure you check that out. Are you going to which one? Which one are you guys going to? Steph might have a surprise in the March issue. Steph. By the way, Stephanie Hans, one of our good friends of the magazine, always pleased to see her and Pops on here. She happens to be the manager of Spartan Motorcycle Company in Spartanburg, South Carolina, something around there. Those names match. So make sure you check that one out. The Polar Plunge charity ride at Low Country Harley-Davidson this Saturday. And that's what we've got for you this weekend. Like I said, now, if you guys are looking for more events than that, they are in the print issue of the Carolinas Full Throttle magazine, or you can look at our cruising calendar online that has stuff that goes all the way through December. All you gotta do is click right there on that little link right there. This one's for emailing us. If you didn't see your event on here, or you want to get an event on here, it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is email us the information. We don't see everything. It's just impossible. So help us out. Help us help you put on the biggest event that you've ever had, Lake Lure in your backyard. I didn't know you had a lake in your backyard. That's pretty cool. You do any fishing in your backyard? That's pretty fun. Sounds like a pretty nice place. I've never been invited, so I wouldn't know, but sounds like a good time. If you have an event, like, just email it to us. Like I said, charity and benefit runs do print for free. If it is an advertiser event, that goes in for free. If you're a business, you're having an open house, hey man, give us a call. We can work that out too. Other events coming up in the near future that you might want to know about. Burlington Bike Weekend is March 14th through 16th, coming up here pretty dang close. And there's going to be all kinds of cool stuff going on at Down Home Harley-Davidson. They're going to have bikes, they're going to have bands, they're going to have vendors and food trucks. There's going to be a Miss Down Home Harley-Davidson contest, demo rides. That sounds pretty complete. But then on top of that, throw in the fact that you're going to have Ricky Rackman as a special appearance there, special guest for the day, the host of the Headbangers Ball. Now, Steph, I don't know, you might be too young to remember that kind of stuff. But we sure do. Us guys with a little bit of gray in your beards, you know exactly what you're talking about when you talk about the Headbangers Ball, man. Now, this is a cool guy, and he has moved to North Carolina, I think it's like 10 years ago. So he's a local now, hanging out. He's got some cool stuff coming up, including Ricky's ride. Is a heavy mental ride where he's going across the country. Very cool. There's an article about that in the upcoming issue. This event's even in the upcoming issue. But what you really need to know is that you need to be at Down Home Harley-Davidson March 14th through 16th to take part in this event and hang out with Ricky Rackman himself. Very, very cool stuff. Also coming up in March, the Charlotte CBA Swap Meet and Bike Show, which will be March 22nd and 23rd. This happens twice a year. It happens to me all the time, but twice a year. So it'll be a swap meet, bike show, all kinds of cool stuff, indoor and outdoor. Great event, live music, wet t-shirts, beard contests, all kinds of cool stuff. Not in the same thing. Those are separated. But great event. Make sure you check that one out too. Also, big time event, March 20th through 23rd. Doghouse Harley-Davidson in Rock Hill, South Carolina is having their grand reopening weekend with live music by a little band called Saliva. For free, you can come see Saliva on Saturday night, which is going to be the 22nd, I do believe. But some really cool stuff going on there. Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine will be out there along with Ray Spencer from Universal Custom Pinstriping, Law Tigers, Reinhardt Racing, all kinds of cool stuff. There's going to be stunt bikes. We're talking about motorcycle stuff, music, beer, bikini, bike wash, stunt shows, food trucks. If I rate it, it would be better. Tattoos, vendors, raffles, giveaways, pinstriping, cool stuff happening in Rock Hill. And then, like I've been talking about, Outer Banks Bike Week coming up. Now, you need to be going ahead and getting your room for Outer Banks Bike Week so you can hang out with us. I'm young, not boring. Oh, okay, you know. So maybe that means she does know who Ricky Rackman is. Cool for that. But Outer Banks Bike Week, this is somewhere else I expect to see Steph and Pops show up, man. Good times to be had in the Outer Banks. Beautiful place, beautiful riding, beautiful natural beaches, wild horses, fine dining, and midget wrestling, and vendors, and a bikini contest, and an Outer Banks Full Throttle Magazine Bike Week bike show. This is actually our 4th annual Bike Week bike show. We've done like 8 of these things, but we do them twice a year. So this is actually Bike Week, our 4th annual Bike Week bike show, and there's a 4th annual Bike Fest bike show. But this is Bike Week. Jello wrestling? No, not Jello wrestling. Midget wrestling. And they call themselves midgets, so I'm allowed to say midget as many times as I can. You know, my family doesn't like it when I say midget, but they say they're midgets, so this is midget wrestling. So that's it. Yeah, we'll stay with Lincoln. Which event are we talking about now? Because I'm tent camping in the Outer Banks, baby. But you guys are used to that kind of thing. Outer Banks Bike Show will be Saturday, April 26th. It is the last Saturday of this week-long bike week, and you need to be there. Now, this is a free registration bike show. It is 12 to 4 with awards at 4. It's free registration. There's only like 6 classes plus 2 choice awards. Law Tigers gives out $100 cash, and I give out $100 cash to our choice motorcycles, plus plaques and trophies for those 6 classes. This is the pinnacle of this event. Man, we have a great time. And like I said, it is a free entry. And I'll say this, guys, the Law Tigers and the Full Throttle Magazine Choice Awards generally get invited to the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine Custom Bike Show, which is the one that we just had inside the Greensboro Coliseum. We are planning next year's events. So we've got next year's bike show scheduled. It is going to be the last weekend in January. So you could win an invite as a bike to this bike show. And it's going to be a great time. But like I said, live music, vendors, bikini contest. All right, look, I'll scooch over. The deal is Pops gets in on Pops gets in on the bikini contest. You guys can sleep in my tent. Deal? Deal. Okay, good. Yeah. I remember that from Mayhem. Every time I was getting up, he was getting up. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe we got the same problem. But that's the deal, guys. Lots of cool stuff going on. If you have not already, please subscribe to our YouTube page. If you're watching on YouTube, hey, appreciate it. But that's it. That's what we've got. Other than that, like, man, what you should do is go out and buy yourself some Full Throttle Magazine merchandise so you look cool when you show up to the events. And that's, it's on our website. It's not expensive. It's like $20. Go buy yourself a shirt, look cool, and have a good time. That's what we've got, guys, for this weekend. 54 minutes of your life that you've completely wasted. You'll never get it back, but I appreciate you spending with me. Special thanks to JR from Thunder Road Harley-Davidson, Danville, Virginia, for being on the show with us today. Guys, if you're looking for performance Harley-Davidson stuff, man, go see JR and his team, and they will hook you up. They've got the dyno. They've got the experience. They can do it. And hey, if you just want a showroom floor Harley-Davidson, they got those too. Danville, Virginia, man, up-and-coming area with a beautiful dealership already established. So that's what we've got going on for you guys. I'm going to get out of here because it's Friday, and it might be cold outside, but I'm still going to try to get my leg over a motorcycle and get at least 3 miles in. I got to call Kerry at Pandemonium Performance Custom Cycles because he's told me to give him a holler, and he's got my bike right now. Wintertime fixes. All the stuff that I broke over the summertime, I was like, man, I better get this fixed before Daytona and all that. So hopefully he's got some good news for me, and my wallet survives. Y'all take it easy out there. Good to see you. We'll see you out there on the road. Take it easy.